I was listening to random stuff on the tube. I was just scrolling this and that, this and that. It kind of feeds me information that I pause longer than a minute and listen to the whole thing. It kind of starts feeding me information about that. Yes, you should thumbs up, or should I say, you should react to a video only a minute after. That's when the algorithm takes notes. Before that, it's not advisable. It has to take longer than a minute. Anyway, I was listening. This guy was talking to the microphone. He said, I know someone, a friend, who's a surgeon, one of the best surgeons in the country. I mean, it doesn't matter if he's telling the truth, if he's really good or not, or if he indeed has a friend or not. But he said, I asked him about science, medical science, and surgery and school and stuff. And I asked him about what he learned in school. Is it really helpful? Is it really, that good? And he said, no, it's not that good. More than half of what we learn, we never put into practice. It's just gibberish. When we are on the line working, we have to follow the procedure, and the side effects of this procedure is uncalculable. So we just do what we are told. We follow the procedure. If you start to go rogue, they will, get you fired. So yeah. Now, I've been in and out of hospitals a while back, and I got the same impression that they have no idea what they're doing. You know, they know like 10% of the body, if less. They don't know how the body works or reacts or anything. It is still, everything is still very, you know, mediocre. The reason why there's no advancement, it's because it's not profitable. You know, it's not profitable, and it enters into the realm of, you know, spirituality. So they don't want to go there. They want everything to be by the books, and I suspect it has to do with the laws. Medicine has to play by the code, by the law code. That's why they have so much restrictions, and they can't go places or change their position or attitudes. They have to follow the judicial. There's no one without the other. So that's why we have this system. The hospitals, they have an entire different jurisdiction than any other place, and everything is run like a military base. Everything is run like through a military, structure. Anyway, you know, I don't think this is going to last. This freedom of speaking your mind, I don't think it's going to last. I see governments pushing for more and more control. They want to know exactly who is posting and where and from where. And they say that it's for our own good. I don't think so. They want to hold everybody accountable. They want to hold everybody accountable. Um, who doesn't follow the rules, you know? So the narrative is protocol, you know, the narrative, the current thing, that is protocol. And everybody has to follow it. And if you become a dissonant voice, you will become a target. They want to know who you are and where you are. They want to stop with this freedom of speech online. They want to stop with everything. Of course, they are saying, "Oh, it's for it's for the kids. It's for that and the other." It's not. It's just to protect the narrative, the carefully crafted narrative. You see, the truth is not popular. Never is. Um, it goes from the polar opposites, the narratives, from the extremes, either left or right. What was yesterday offensive and highly hateful, tomorrow might become the popular thing, you know. People are shocked and, oh my God, I'm so shocked. But tomorrow, oh, I think it's fine. And then from hateful and etc., it becomes blasphemous and treacherous. You know, it goes to the other extreme, the roller coaster of the extremes, you know. So, a doctor that tells the truth is an heretic. There's a popular book, something about an heretic. Was it called? Tales of the Heretic or something like that? I gotta buy that book. Anyway, I've read so much about it. I don't think it's, you know, it's worth getting it because I already, you know, read the best parts in other books. It's one of those reference books. It's Tales or Confessions of a Medical Heretic, or something like that. Anyway, with these bots, you know, AI bots, you know, they capture what's popular, what's canon, what's considered mainstream, what's considered the current thing. So if you have a group of people that is very dedicated to their ideology, they will come out, they will produce, you know, papers, articles. They will produce peer review studies. They will produce all of those things. And if they become canon, if they become mainstream, the bots then will pick them and consider them to be mainstream. You know, it's as simple as that. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Now, if someone, you know, like me, and nobody is talking like this, and you know, there's no peer review or articles or whatever to back it up, they might consider this misinformation. Now, I might be crazy, which I am, you know, just to talk about these things. In a free speech society, I mean, you have freedom to say or to express how stupid you are. It doesn't really matter, right? You have the right to do so. Uh, but still, you have the right? Uh, Instead of asking the the fact checkers, you know, to remove or call, you know, the authorities on you, what they ought to do is put suggestions next to your audio, suggestions so that the public might decide for themselves. Counter proposals, you know, links to whether, oh, here's a link that proves the opposite, you know, just to put things in perspective and prove me wrong. If, you know, indeed people are in doubt that, you know, everything I said is stupid or not, instead of suppressing it and calling in the police, they ought to, you know, put alternative answers so you can click on the side or something or whatever and decide for yourself. I mean, that's how it ought to be. In a free society, people ought to decide for themselves. But I don't think governments want that. They want to decide for you. Their narratives are crumbling. I mean, look at the press. The mainstream press is gone. They have been losing. Now they are bankrupt. Why? It's not because of the internet. No, it's because they were always bad. They were always bad. But because they were all the only fish in the pond, they could do pretty much whatever they wanted. Now there's competition. There's independent people, and the audience endorses their work. They subscribe, they donate, they become members, and they give donations to these independent people, and that's where they get their news from now on. The reason why the mainstream media is gone is because people, finally had an alternative. Uh, the same thing goes for music and cinema, and it's not the internet that killed it. No, it's the possibility of choice that killed them. You know, people got the choice, they got to choose, and to put their money, wherever they wanted. So mainstream music and entertainment in general is bankrupting because people honestly was tired of the same, of the same, of the same bullshit. Everything was so controlled, yeah, so mediocre. Well, now there's more choice, and people put their money in different choices. The matrix is panicking. In some places, they are already, putting up measures to stop this freedom of information, I would say. But AI, they only do what is programmed into them. So the things that they capture is whatever is popular, whatever is mainstream. That's the only thing they capture. Anyway, let's see how long it lasts. All right.